What's going on, guys? Haxa here with another episode of Skul the Hero Slayer, and today, let's see here. It's been a while since I played with water. We can start with him and see how it goes. I want Tornado, thank you. And my dog Mage, though it does make the early game a little bit harder because he doesn't have a good swap, but Water Skull has a fantastic swap, so I think we can make up for the downsides of bringing Mage with the upsides of bringing Water. So I'm going to break this. Just for fun. And maybe a little bit of good luck. Yeah. I did say I'm going to start taking more Skull Rooms in the starts of runs so I can have more of a chance to get dupes. And that's what I'm doing because I want them. Dupes are just fun, you know? Sometimes you can sacrifice what's good for what's fun. And actually, now that we have I guess I kind of buried the lead, or gave the lead away. Now we have Mage, I can maybe pick up a Charred Jamadhar if I see it, because I've been really wanting to do a Arson run with Charred Jamadhar. It could happen. I got Copium in my heart. One thing that never goes away with this game is hoping for good RNG. And a little bit of coping, too. Okay, I don't like this Brawler here. Game's already starting to... You know, it's throwing its worst enemies at me at the start here. I am not a fan of Brawler Dark Elites. I remember when I first started the Dark Mirror, they were just the bane of my existence. And I'm sure for a lot of new players, they can be overwhelming. They're not as bad for me as they were back in the day, obviously, but they are still not fun to deal with. Alright, good. Easy. Now, here's the second room. This is where we find out if we're on a high or low roll door count run. Hopefully, a high door count, obviously, but if it's low door, we can make it work with gold % gain and treasure 4. Which is something you do anyway, obviously, but especially if you're on a low roll door count run, you pretty much need treasure 4 and gold % gain to make that to overcome the downsides of that. And we're on a low roll door run, unfortunately. I had a high roll door run yesterday, so it's to be expected. I'm not shocked. I'm sad, but I'm not shocked. Treasure on the pedestal, and now we search for something good up here. Treasure, please. Did I see an item change before I rerolled it? I think it's early enough where you can take this. I'm going to do it. One thing about Water Skull is his waves. I think, yeah, his waves are considered skill damage only if they're generated with skill, or like with the meter. If you swap and generate waves, those are considered alternating damage, and it won't work for the Prohibited book, so just something to know. If you know these things, then Water Skull is actually a really good awakener of Prohibited book, and also it counts with basic attacks too. I should point that out. Like if you're just filling up the meter naturally, that's considered a skill damage attack. It's weird, it's convoluted, but it is what it is. Not that many people use Prohibited book anyway because it's so hard to awaken. Good item. I'll stand on that. I think it's a good item. It's just for how hard it is to awaken, and you compare it to its like counterpart, the Evil Sword Kyrian. I don't know what they were thinking when they made it so hard to awaken, because it's a worse item than Evil Sword Kyrian, and also is way harder to you know, meet the conditions of. The thing I always point out is like with Evil Sword, every character has the equal ability to awaken it, and it has less procs that you need to fulfill to awaken it, whereas the Prohibited book is like, there are some skulls who are really good at awakening it, and there are some skulls who are really bad at awakening it, and it needs more procs to awaken, and it's just a worse item. I just don't get what they were thinking. I'll take the bone shards. I was thinking about taking Imp there just in case Supernatural shows up. And I will not I'll put some bone shards towards Water Skull because the potential of getting more waves to awaken our Prohibited book is nice. I guess that means I'm committing to our boy here. But I like him, so nothing wrong with that. I also got my favorite skill combos on him, though I actually wouldn't have minded Lake of the Spirit because I want to get as many procs as possible with skills. Tornado is also really good at getting procs because it's not a high damage skill, so it's like, you know, DPS focused. So I think we're good here on awakening this Prohibited book, especially how early we've gotten it. What are you? You've been coming on too many runs, man. You're in timeout, okay, buddy? For the Predator enjoyers, I gotta like do right by those guys because I've been playing way too much of like his nemesis. Okay, yeah, we're like so good on awakening the Prohibited book. Look at her. We're already at 72. It's pretty crazy. Ouch. Oh my god, dog. Oh yeah. We're gonna be good. We can get Prohibited book maybe even by the time we get to the Act 2 Adventurers, which would be very nice. And it's actually a pretty good item on Mage, so maybe I do commit to the Mage, who knows. I'm getting really lucky on the Bone Shard count, man. Alright, give me something good. You are not... I mean, spoils. That's what sullies that. That's good. Alright, this run's already becoming pretty interesting. Why am I considering this? I'll buy it. You know, why not? Why not give it a chance? It could happen. It's been a while since I've done fairies. I don't know why I'm considering doing them, because I don't care for them, but... maybe it's like, you know, maybe I miss the little guys. Get him. Thank you. Do the dogs count for dealing damage against? Actually, that's something I should probably figure out, because like hitting them 3 times in that case is worth it too. I would imagine they do. Oh look, is this a skull room? Could it be? Oh no, my procs. It's not, of course. The one time I see him, it's not like possible to get the dupe. I'll take the bone shards though. Look at my bone shard count. It's crazy. Usually, I don't know. We got really lucky on the rares. This makes it seem like I'm wrong when I say you shouldn't take skull rooms in Act 1, but like this is like unlikely to happen usually. Usually you're more likely to get a bunch of commons, and it's just a waste of time. Okay, we're gonna be here a while, I think, but that's fine. I came out at the worst possible time from that dive. Man, Mage when you first get him sucks so hard. I'm glad I stood there for like 6 whole seconds to shoot 3 weak attacks. If we weren't Unique Water Skull, this would actually be not hard Yggdrasil, but a very long Yggdrasil fight. As it stands, I think we stand a chance to beat the ult, but I'm not entirely sure. I'm glad that missed too. I don't think we're skipping the ult here. Nah. Nah. Oh shit, okay. They pulled through, the boys. The run's just too good. For this stage, at least. Well, that's unfortunate. We have item slots, we'll just do the min-max there. Very likely not gonna awaken that, but it's like, there's a chance, so why not take it? Okay. Is Withered Hand worth taking here? Probably not. I'll just take Old Reliable. Withered Hand is, like, not a bad curse, it's just... I don't know what kind of run this is going to be at. If it's a skill damage run, then I'll probably be like, oh, I wish I would have taken that, but... We don't know, and we can't know until we're there, so... And it also makes Awakening our Prohibited look a little harder, too. Since they're going to be dealing more damage. Get your Intense Cold. Get owned. We'll swap down here so we don't kill these guys accidentally. See if we can't get some Giga stacks here. Alright, I think I was maybe a little ambitious on my awaken it before we get to the Act 2 Adventures comment. Maybe a wee overzealous. We're still doing good though. Alright, enough's enough, man. Calm down. Let's go over here and do this. God, Tornado's so good. Oh yeah. +4. This run's already looking to be quite the banger. Let's see if this shop gives me what I'm looking for, which is gold % gain. Be very nice if it did. I will also buy the purple flurp. Oh yeah. Oh, we're getting just everything we could ever want, huh? So far, I'm kind of vibed out, dude. Okay, well, I don't like that I didn't get those procs, but it's all good, man. We got plenty of time to earn our procs. Try something. 214, not too bad. If this was a high roll door count run, I think we actually could get this before we get to the adventurers potentially. It's 500, right? Yeah, God, why'd they do that? Such a dumb idea. Sorry, Southpaw. I'm gonna have to give you a failing score on design for Prohibited book. That is negative marks from me, man. What were you thinking? Are we basically blocked that? Swap OP, swap on top. Wish this barrel wasn't here. It's about to fuck me over. Did we open the treasure chest? Yes. Didn't even talk about it, but the metal box was a pretty good get, depending on where this run goes. It just depends on if we do a mixed damage strategy. Obviously, we have 2 magic skulls right now, but at least water skull is good at crit items. Mage, not so much. Mage is more of an ability spam item character. Not that we're committed to Mage even a little bit. They got those speed ups, doesn't matter. Okay, well that actually hurt pretty bad, so maybe I should shut my mouth and let events unfold as they will. Can I have your legendary? Nope. It is what it is, man. I'll always ask, but I never actually expect it to work. We can upgrade our water skull to legendary, dude? What the fuck is going on? This will make Awakening the Prohibited book harder, worth mentioning, because now we're going to be dealing more damage with our skills. And we're going to be generating a lot more waves. As long as we generate them through the meter, that's a good thing. If we generate them through swapping, that's a bad thing. Part of the reason why I haven't been swapping an awful ton, also because my partner skull is still not, like, ideal. It's not bad. Mage, well, common mage is bad, but mage in a just a nutshell vacuum is very, very good, as long as you know what you're doing with them. For a lot of new players, I would say be careful and wary of him. Mage definitely wants attack speed. He definitely wants mana tech 3. Skill casting speed is the main thing. And if you have attack speed, you do get skill casting speed with it. So that's why the skill cooldown attack speed Arachna Shrine works for making your casting speed faster. Basically, casting speed is one of the most important stats for Mage, because his casting speed is so fucking slow. You can easily get yourself killed if you're not careful on Mage and timing when you cast your skills without skill casting speed. Okay, let's just focus on getting hits right now. He died to the waves. What a loser. See, this was a great room for getting procs. Oh, there's Charred Jamadhar. I will be taking this. Preemptive Charred Jamadhar, please. Alright, let's give up our ambitions on fairies, because it was a fleeting thought anyway. I'm still giving up. Sorry, fairy enjoyers. Look, mainly the times when I actually try and do fairies is if I get Light Spirit Lu on the Dark Quartz pedestal. That's like usually when I'm like, alright, it's fairy time. Outside of that, it's not something I tend to play for because I don't care for fairies. They're strong. Don't, get it twisted. Fairies are good. They just are boring. But if you're a new player, I would say fairies are probably like a nice way to maybe get like your first win. The thing that I don't like about fairies is the thing a lot of new players like about them. Is this ever going to go away? That was weird. But like, they basically play the game for you, and I find that to be honk, shoo, me, me, me. But a lot of new players like that, so for good reason. Why did it stay around? There's gotta be a big... This is me not reading. Yeah. This is why reading is good. I'm just dumb. But what it said there is based on the duration, or how many waves you have out, the duration of tornado is extended. Which is something I've like learned in the past and just forgot. Like, I'm a forgetful person. But if you're min-maxing your water skull, I guess you do that. Which, once we start swapping more, that will naturally happen because swapping generates waves. So I'm just not swapping right now because my partner skull isn't that great, and he's especially not great at awakening this. He's not great at awakening this forbidden book, which is my main goal right now. We're also going into this Leona a little low, but I have confidence in this run to beat them fairly easily. Yeah. Wait, actually, no. We have the Charred Jamadhar. Like, we actually have a chance to make this work. And this is a run I've been dying to get for God knows how long, so I will be doing my best to play around Charred Jamadhar. If it doesn't work, then it doesn't work. And also, after I get done with this fight, I'll show what Charred Jamadhar does, because I talk a lot about it, but it's not an item I take very often, so there might be people out there who don't even know what it does. Look at these waves, bro. I think every water skull skill has like a waves effect. Let's look real quick. And I guess I can show this while I'm here too. Normal attacks have a 15% chance to inflict burn. Inflicting burn on a burning enemy deals additional magic damage. So it's like your basic attacks have a chance to deal a burn, but also if you have like a mage or something who naturally applies burn with their skills, it will also proc it. And it basically acts like a strong additional damaging effect. Also, let me see dive. Yeah, it amplifies the damage. That's pretty good, actually. Man, Water Skull is just so strong. They went all out on my dog. Sparing no expense for making him OP as fuck. He's so good at, like, everything. Gotta be careful here, because we do want to die. We're doing, like, so much damage. There we go. Beautiful. Textbook. Do I still have the World Tree Seed? I think I do. Yes, alright, we should awaken it here, I think. Nice. And immediately drop it, because we don't care. I could also drop this. We are swapping a lot, or we will be at least. Alright, we should get this soon. Before we get to the shop is my hope. Don't be tricked by this. The burn curse is, like, just not really that good. Even if you're playing an arson run, the thing about arson is the way you play around arson is you apply it as often as possible and have item effects that proc as you apply arson. Duration is meaningless, and burn damage itself is also meaningless. So this is a trick. It's like the poison curse and the arson curse are both bad, and you're better off not dealing with them. I'm also not going to spend anything here because I don't know if this is going to be a raw damage percent run or an item damage run, and I'd rather just wait. And we're already strong enough to get through Act 3. I'm also not convinced that... Well, yeah, I am. Am I? I don't know. I'll commit Bone Shards to fucking Mage, whatever. We'll go to fucking Unique. Maybe I'll regret it. We're ahead on Bone Shards anyway. If this becomes an arson run, I'll be happy that I did this, and I really want this to be an arson run, so... Did I awaken it? Frieza? Yes. Oh yeah, also Water Skull is like not particularly good at dealing with Frieza. That was not a very good room for procs, though I guess up here is all these slimes. We're not gonna have a very long tornado here. Nope. It's a lot of procs, though. I think we should get a lot here. Nice. Common? What the fuck are you doing here? Get out of here. You're not welcome here, man. It's Act 3. Get the memo. Okay. Man, I wish I could actually hit those guys. Okay, I do not want you to... Okay, well, I'm dead. Oh, no, I'm alive. Shockingly, I'm alive. Alright, I did play this a little silly to try and get the thing propped. Should be a little more cautious. Oh yeah, there's still more. I'm facing the wrong way like a smart guy. Alright, we kept our reassembly. But goddamn, I played a little silly there. We're almost done awakening it anyway, so we won't have to worry about it too much longer. This is good on mage. I think we're probably past the point of wondering about mixed damage. I'll still hold on to it just in case, but like we'll keep this for now. It's our treasure 4. Break this. Get the gold mask. Alright, our next shop will be very important. Because we're going to have a lot more money. Hopefully we awaken our thing in here. Alright, that's good. I'm tired of you, man. I grow weary. Oh. Sweet. It would be funny if I just didn't even, like, keep that, because this becomes, like, a non-item damage run. That would be, the perfect, ending to why Demonomicon is just, like, a weird item. Is a item that I wish the devs before they moved on would have like had another look at and been like, well, back to the drawing board on that one. You know, it's a strong item, but maybe we didn't implement it correctly. Yeah, I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this. Melanophobia is very scary sometimes. That hit me? Come on, man. All the bone shards in the world? Whoa, that's a lot. Okay, we went from being behind on bone shards to I think we're like about where we should... Well, actually, no, I wasn't behind on bone shards. I'm thinking about yesterday's run. Today's run's been pretty good for bone shards. Alright, we got them all bunched up here. They're fucking cooked. Alright. Oh, come on, what is that? I mean, I don't really have too much room to complain, but still, come on. Be serious, game. We're in this together, man. It's still probably what I'm taking, because I just want bone shards. Upgrade our mage to legendary. We can't even upgrade any of our shrines yet because of the stupid common we got. Ridiculous. At least I'm being offered a lot of Skul rooms. I haven't said it yet, but I do consider like the meteor to be the worst mage skill usually. It's still usable, so I'm not concerned about like getting rid of it. We have the best one, which is the arrow. But it is worth saying, like, I do think we did get a little unfortunate there, but everything else about this run's going well, so I don't really have too much room to complain. Just keep the bone shards coming and I'll be happy. Give me bone shards. Oh, I actually didn't think it would. Give me a lot too. God damn. Probably better off being mage here. Good stuff. Ooh. Man, you need to show up earlier, bro. Because I want to bring you along. You just never show up at a time where it makes sense. Take the bone shards. Take this too, actually. Will I take that? We don't have... Yeah, pass. Oh, come on. We don't have use for physical damage right now. Not that we can't pivot to something like that. Like, I think if anything's worth getting rid of our gold percent treasure for, it's that. Well, we're kind of hedging our bets right now. Like, if this becomes like an ability spam items mixed damage run or something. Like, I was thinking about getting rid of my metal box there, since like it seems like this is becoming more of a mono type damage run, but we're kind of just at like a bet hedging stage right now. Unfortunate that we don't have the Giga treasure anymore, but we're getting at the point where it's kind of hard to remove items from the run. I'm just glad that today's run seems to be going in the right direction instead of the wrong direction. Because I'm ready to do some Hell Divers, because the update came out today. I'm very excited to play it. Everything didn't die down there, dog? Oh, the Darkly, of course. You and your melanophobia boost, bro. Man, I didn't think my damage percents would be this close, this late in this run. And we are 2 bone shards off from maxing skill cooldown attack speed. That's just cruel. If that hadn't been a comment on the pedestal in the adventurer reward, we'd be maxing it out now. Pretty crazy. Oh, you know, I should have activated the Giga form. It's like something I don't do that often on this character because I just... I like the way I play mage is just like swapping a lot, and that kind of achieves the same thing. I'll do it here though. And I know I said earlier that I think the meteor skill is like the worst one, but against an enemy like this, who's as big as Chimera, if I can get all 3 meteors to hit, it's pretty fucking giga. Whoa. That was weird. Okay, see, this is kind of what I was hoping for, is like we can pivot to a crit item strategy. I think I'm willing to ditch Giga gold percent gain before I ditch the Charred Jamadhar. Like I'm at like a holding stage on this run right now. These curses suck. Either way, it's looking like an item damage run, so we take the item damage and upgrade our skill cooldown to attack speed. What? Hello? What's going on? Let me look at NVIDIA. Is my GPU overwhelmed for some reason? Oh, I need to download some drivers. So I'll do that after this. Thing looks alright. Calm down, Skul. Calm down. Don't know what's gotten into you, but you're like, you can run on toasters. This is a 5090. I believe in you. So now that we have the crit items, we can maybe, if we're lucky, though we don't have any crit rate, but get some double proc Melanophobia kills. It's unlikely, but it's, you know, something that can happen. The higher your crit rate, the more likely it is. And I believe Charred Jamadhar is a double kill glitch item. Look how much better our mage is at casting these skills, by the way. It is such a difference with you when you have the skill cooldown attack speed. It's like crazy. Night and day. And like I said, I'm not going to worry too much about my mage having the meteors, because we could just cast the fireball. And I've been casting a decent amount of the meteors. It's not a bad skill, it's just the worst one. Get him. Alright, that's nice to get. Let's do some mage stuff here. Good stuff. So far, I haven't gotten a double kill glitch, but I don't expect it to happen. Just hopeful that we could shift to a world where it could happen, you know? Oh! Christ, man. Ease up. Yes, please. Alright, so this is the point where I full pivot to crit items. It is what it is. I tried to make it work. The status archetypes are just hard to make. Okay, yeah. And we can maybe even do some ability spam item stuff here. Is this both? What's my wisdom? I have wisdom 3. So I can get rid of this. We aren't going to be meditating that much moving forward, so I think I can happily get rid of that. We also have courage 3, which is awkward, but I think it's just something we have to deal with. This is not good on mage. It's fine on water, but we're going to be swapping a lot anyway, so I think I'm buying Misfortune or Mana Cycle. But my crit rate's 50. I think I'm gonna buy Mana Cycle. Doesn't do anything on mage. I think it makes his concentration a little bit faster, which is meaningless to me. But it does help my Water Skull have more skill up time. And if I feel like it's the wrong decision, I can always pivot afterwards. But yeah, the Crown of Thorns was a pretty big get. Howling Egg is also worth considering. What would go? This is also here again, but I don't think we take Howling Egg here. I already have really good dense damaging or dense scaling wisdom and items that don't require me to take on the burden of Omen. So it's like, if I already have that and I'm struggling to find an item to get rid of, I think the answer is pretty clearly just like, don't do it. How'd that miss? We don't have gold percent gain anymore, so we're not going to take his offer. This should be... Nope, no, never mind. I was literally about to say this should be the Adventurers, but I was absolutely fucking wrong. Blown the fuck out. Where is he? Okay, this is... I don't like this. perfect. Thank you for jumping in the pit for me. Because I was I was not vibing with any of that. That was gnarly. The main item we're looking for is, you guessed it, Invisible Knife. It's the #1 item we want. I don't know why I cast that first. Whenever you cast Dive, you usually want to cast Tornado first. It's a really nice combo of skills, because when you're under the water, the tornado is still dealing damage, and that's pretty strong. You don't scare me, but maybe you should. Or maybe I should be scared of you. I think my fire is scarier than yours, and I'm not even building around it. Oh, she's already going to her ult. Not looking good for you, sister. Okay. Every time I see an item pop out of her, I just have like a spark of joy. Always just be immediately disappointed and sad. I think getting rid of this might be okay. It gives me more benchmarks, and it gives me mana cycle naturally, and then I can buy something in place of the mana cycle. And I think we still have treasure on the pedestal too, so we actually have 2 pedestal slots that we can open to something better. I'll even do max HP here because we have actually pretty low max HP. Our damage is already pretty good. Tempted to take an honor room here, but I'm just going to stick to bone shards. Now, I cannot believe the devs had the audacity to put 2 fucking executioners right next to each other. They hate us. Alright, he's up. Welcome to the world of the living, sir. I really hope we can get like an olive tree cudgel before this is over. That's like the... That and Invisible Knife is like the main thing I'm looking for. I don't think I opened the treasure chest because it was just way too chaotic. Do we have the skill casting speed from this? No, not yet. I'd have to get rapidity, which might be worth it actually. Gunpowder sword's here now. This is tough. We definitely take it. Okay, change of plans on the inscriptions. We keep this here. We buy Brawl. And be pretty happy with that, I feel like. And I'll be crazy and get the bone shards here instead of healing. Because we're about to enter Joan. As long as I'm not stupid, we should be okay. Or maybe get bailed out by the halfling who's sitting right over there. See her, guys? That's her. It 100% is. We've actually barely seen any NPCs on this run. It could be anyone. The remaining one, who has a really high chance of giving me a Nat Legendary, which I'm happy about. At least it's not the slime who can get you into some trouble here. He gave me a unique, which I won't complain about. This is probably the last room. Yeah, this is definitely water. Oh, it's not the last room actually. This is definitely Water Skull's room or run. Mage is doing a good job, but this is a Water Skull tailor-made run. If we could have leaned more into ability spam items, then I would say this is like also very much mage centered. But yeah, we are on a Water Skull run. Oh my god, I'm getting my shit pushed in. Probably should have not done that and just let him live and kill the enemies. This room's very dangerous. Wait for him to do his attack in the center of the stage and then move on. Alright, okay, we actually ended up getting a decent amount of bone shards here at the end. We'll get a decent way into the damage percent shrine. We'll probably be missing like 4? 3? Something like that. 23 melanophobia too, not bad. No double kill glitches, I don't think, but I just want to do a little platform cheese. Thank you. You're leaning off with... Oh, alright, bye-bye. We love Skul, guys. Can't live with it, can't live without it. HP orb, thank you. If you want to min-max there, you can wait for the 3rd statue to come out, but we don't care. I'm doing it. I'm doing the dang thing. Maybe I shouldn't be this dumb. Yeah, that was pretty dumb of me. If I die here, it's my fault. I think we're good here, as long as she doesn't drop the AoE. John, can you just, like, stop? You lose, I win. It's the same song and dance every time. Oh, let's go. What goes? Straight up, I don't know. This? Yeah. Bye-bye. I'll take a little drop in magic damage for that. Seems worth it to me. Ready to die, you say? I do take this if I see it at this point, usually. It's pretty dumb, though. But fuck it. Just don't get hit. Da-doy. We have a lot of max HP to work with, too. Reassembly's still intact. If there were ever a time where I can take it, it's now. I'll only ever take it if I see it at the end. Yeah, we were missing 3. But 1,000 in both directions, dude. Not too shabby. And this makes my mage a lot better, too, now that we have an ability spam on him that's good. I just gotta lock in. Make sure I don't do anything stupid like I did in the Joan fight. I think I will happily just buy food here. See what's behind the door. Did I miss out? Nope. Alright, here's my kit. I'm going to go over the items. Oh, we don't have a quint though. That's interesting. That would have been okay. I'm going to pause the... Or I'm going to go over the items. If you need to pause the video and read what item does, you may do so. Here I go. And the curses. Ready to Die is an interesting one. So... We'll talk about it a little bit here. Outgoing and incoming damage is amplified by 25% for 5 seconds upon being hit, amplified up to 75%. So you can take up to 75% amplified damage, but you also deal 75% amplified damage, which goes without saying. That is a huge amount of amplification. But taking 75% amplified damage is horrific. So once you get hit twice, it is a above average amplifying curse, and if you get hit 3 times, it's getting to like dual plus levels of amplification. But until then, it is a pretty fucking average, or it's subpar even compared to like Shyness or OCD, because those give like 40. So not an ideal amplifying curse, but amplification is still amplification. You take it where you can get it. Especially if you already have good increase, which we do. I will, however, be doing my best to avoid taking damage. We will take damage naturally. I'm not going to take damage on purpose just so we have Giga Amp. Like here, we can now get some amplification going. Good stuff. Switch back to water. Took a little bit extra there at the end. We'll start with the Ready to Die amplification. I could try and beat him up with Mage here at the start. Okay, I think it's too slow. Oh, he's gonna suck. Tackle dashers are really good at escaping this move, by the way. Something I always like to point out whenever I see it, because the tackle dash goes for very far, and it can't be stopped once you do it. So like this distance you travel, you just are gonna travel that. Whereas like a normal dash, you barely move at all. So if you ever want to escape the suck move, swap to your tackle dasher, as long as it's not something like Int or Genie where they go into like a dormant mode and then they'll just get sucked mindlessly backwards. If you have a tackle dasher that you swap to and they're instantly ready to tackle dash, that is a smart thing to do to escape the suck move. Though the really smart thing to do is anticipate the suck move and swap to your tackle dasher before he starts doing it, so you don't have to worry about stuff like that. And I said Genie's not a tackle dasher, so pro tips. We're getting the apple here. I didn't even think about that. Look at my max HP, bro. Oh my god, they're dead even. Holy crap. I think it's because of the Stone of the Air. That's actually hilarious. How often do you see that? It's going to get overtaken once we get this to 5. But if we get this to 5, I shouldn't assume I'm going to win. Alright, here goes. Take a little amp there. Need to take a little amp there. Big mistake, bud. Oh my god, why'd you do that to yourself, Dark Skull? Nice try. Gotta be careful about dealing too much damage to him here. And also, obviously, getting, like, hit and blown the fuck out. Like so. I had to swap, I was too scared. Alright, I think we're probably seeing the Giga ult here, unfortunately. Okay, no, we're good. I'm pretty sure this is not enough to see it. I'm just literally not going to touch him. Alright, wait for him to come over. Oh yeah. Big mistake there, bud. I bet this is actually pretty hard for a new player to know what's going on, dude. That's like the biggest issue with this game, and I think even talked about it yesterday. Having way too many items on the screen at once is, like, to this day, Skul's biggest issue. I really wish they would have done, like, an accessibility update at some point. It's like what Dead Cells did, where you can, like, add outlines around different, like, kinds of characters, like, put like a green outline around your character and put like a red outline around projectiles, put a yellow outline around enemies, stuff like that. I think that would have done a lot to make Skul a more easily playable game. Which hopefully they learn their lesson and do it in Skul. Well, I say Skul 2. Whatever they come up with next. Probably Skul 2. That's still my bet, but we'll see. Whatever Southpaw does next will, you know, be a good game regardless. I have full faith in them, but you're fucking up my tibia shit, man. Come down here. God, bro, why are you making this harder than it needs to be, man? I think we have max ready to die amplification, maybe. The issue is I don't think we have our tibia up. It's probably at 0. No, it's almost done. Yeah, they're being annoying. Rift. Always respect the Rift. It's like people think the orbs that come out of that is the scary part of that move. No. It's the fucking thing that the orbs come out of. That's why I always call it the Rift. I don't even care about those stupid orbs. Nice. Not the fastest win, but a freaking absolute victory, so I take those. Flawless victory, as they say. Not flawless, but close enough. I get her tibia up. And I haven't won yet either, so I should probably shut the fuck up. How often do I lose against this bozo? He's a fucking loser here. I don't even have to dodge this attack because I have to dive. Or this one. He died laughing. You know what? At least he was happy, right, guys? GG's. Very good run. Everything kind of just went right. The sad part is I didn't get to do arson. That's like the main thing that makes me sad. But that's how I feel every time I attempt to do arson. It's just too hard. You just have to rely so heavily on like getting high roll items. Cursed Live Embers being one of them. Charred Jamadhar is a unique. Then you have like Inner Flame, which is good. That's a rare. Having what is it? Cursed Chest, I think it's called. The artifact arson one. That's a pretty good arson item. That's also unique. It's just it's a top heavy archetype. But yeah, pretty good stuff, man. I think I would have liked to have had someone that wasn't mage. Now, once it ended up not being a arson run, mage was like kind of suboptimal, but I wasn't offered the freaking gambler until the last second. So he just has to show up early, and then I'll take him and have a great time because I love gambler, and gambler would have been very good here. But mage did fine, and Water Skull did great. So, and another thing, I guess, something besides ready to die, I did get melanophobia, so I can't complain too hard. But a better amping curse would have made this run a lot better. But I mean, it's funny because I'm sure people are like, "Shut the fuck up, dumbass!" Like, you got fucking Nether Mana Suppressor, you got Lofty Cudgel, you got Crown of Thorns, you got Hope Slasher, you got like fully invested fucking Metal Box and Stone of the Air. Like, it's just funny. I'll like find reasons to be like, "Well, this could have been better than that," and like, this is like a smorgasbord of some of the best items in the game. Either way, though, I hope you guys enjoyed watching it, and yeah. I'm done, so thank you guys for watching. I appreciate y'all, and I will see you again in the next one. Bye-bye.